You think I'll let you zone?
Baka.
Hey guys, Jay here, and how was that Miss Marvel finale? It was better than I hoped, and if you checked out Twitter, Reddit, basically anywhere on the internet, you know about the meaning of her special power. But if you don't want to be spoiled, leave now, as this is my final warning. Towards the end of the season finale, Bruno tells Kamala that he made a mistake on her powers, that they weren't actually coming from the bracelet. What brought this about was Kamala's dad began bugging him to see if he had powers as well, but unfortunately, her immediate family members do not have the same thing going on with her genes, a mutation, and cue the 90s X-Men riff. Now, if you are familiar with Kamala in the comics, then you know she got her powers not from a bracelet, but from a Terrigen mist that gave her polymorph powers and is an Inhuman. It seems that Kevin Feige and head writer Bisha K. Ali decided to go a different route with the young Jersey girl to make her the first on-screen mutant in the MCU, with what I assumed was the blessing by co-creator and writer G. Willow Wilson on changing her origin from an Inhuman one to a mutant one. The reason I think Marvel Studios have shifted from Inhumans back to mutants is a two-pronged answer, but let's go with the first and more obvious one. Mutants are insanely popular and make Marvel a ton of money, more than what Inhumans ever could achieve. The weird thing about that is that even though Inhumans came first in 1961 by 2 years, they were often looked at as the discount mutants, while the mutants have enjoyed major success in the 80s that ballooned into the 90s. So they would want their new hero associated with the successful IP. The other, a petty attempt to stop advertising for Fox on IPs they didn't have film rights to, which Isaac Perlmutter's focus was always upon trying to figure out opportunities to merchandise franchises. This was one of the major reasons Marvel sold its film rights to different companies in the 90s in the first place, and he planned to synergize the release of Fox's first X-Men film with a number of action figures. Fox changed the release date late in the day though, meaning Marvel lost the chance to create a synergy. According to film historian Ben Fritz, Perlmutter never forgot this and nuked the comics line because of it. Back to Kamala's new X Factor, Bisha stated that Kamala being a mutant wasn't always planned, as it went through phases, but by the first draft, they knew taking this route would cement Kamala in the greater MCU, and a more memorable one. For better or for worse, Phase 4 and beyond, Marvel Studios will do radically different takes as they adapt stuff from the pages to be inviting to a blend of casual audiences and comic know-it-alls alike. In the same interview, Kamala being a mutant was a well-kept secret to the majority of the cast until they began filming that scene. I do feel for the Inhuman fans, as it feels like you've been kicked to the curb, but you have one man to blame: Perlmutter's old petty ass. Where they go from here, the sky's the limit, as Kamala has a new origin, but I wouldn't put it past Marvel to make the Kree the originators of mutants on Earth. And one cool fact is that Kamala's crystal powers are based on a mutant actually, Armor, who can make energy constructs to attack and defend with. So there's another connection to mutants for you. So how did you guys like the twist that Kamala is a mutant in the MCU now? Leave a comment below, stay safe guys, and I'll see you in the next video.
If you like the show and want to support the channel, then consider subscribing, as it shows me, I mean us, that you enjoy the content being made.